Hey everyone, it's Matt. I'm back with another episode of Q&A with Matt K. These are videos where you get to see what it's like to be a Salesforce consultant / developer / architect / jack of all trades, I guess. I'm going to answer questions from people just like you who post them on the Trailhead website, on Reddit, on Stack Overflow, or maybe by sending it directly to me at this URL. I don't prepare beforehand. I'm going to look at this question at the same time as you and try to figure out how to answer it at the same time as you. And you can watch me make mistakes and maybe figure it out, maybe not. It's up to you. If it's your first time here or you're not your first time here, don't forget to please like and subscribe. I don't really make money doing this, and the only way I can kind of justify it from a work perspective is if we get enough people watching the channel, so then we can say it's marketing. So please remember to like and subscribe. We definitely know that more people watch than subscribe, and it'd be nice to get those numbers to be equal, because that would make it a great database, right? And with that, let's hop in. I found this question today. It was posted yesterday, but I found it today. It's a technical one. We're going to be looking at custom code here. It says that basically the code's not working is the gist of it. There's a lot of stuff in there. I wasn't sure what they're talking about because the code is hard to read. So I figured I have not copied and pasted this yet, right? It's it's a Lightning Web Component. I know that much. And it doesn't, I don't think even the whole component's in here, just based on what I know about Lightning components, not even the whole thing. So I don't know if I can fix this, but I figure we can at least try and see what we can do. But yeah, the name of the component doesn't even look like it's in here. I think I can get it working. I think figure out what it is. I build a lot of Lightning Web components, and I've also had this issue where like I expect the component to behave a certain way. I expect it to change when things occur, and it doesn't. And so I think we can figure this out together. But yeah, it would have been nice to have the name of the component. That would help. I'm going to go ahead and call it the DOM tester, maybe. Yeah, I'll call it DOM tester. Let's hop over here to Code Builder. If you're not familiar with Code Builder, it is provided by Salesforce. It's basically an instance of VS Code with the Salesforce CLI installed, and it allows you to write code from your browser so that you don't have to install VS Code locally on your computer, which for people like me is great because I actually am working on a Chromebook and recording this on a Chromebook too. So one of the things that I love about Salesforce is that the hurdle to get started, the bar, is so low. You don't need a server. You don't need a powerful computer. You literally just need any computer with a browser and an internet connection. And you can become an administrator, you can be a developer, architect, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new Lightning Web Component, and we're going to call this DOM tester. DOM, by the way, is what we call it when we're manipulating or changing, interacting with the kind of structure of a web page. Let's call it that. So we interact with the structure of the web page, and we can do that from JavaScript, which is the JavaScript code instead of HTML. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that today. We don't have time, and I probably am butchering it anyway. Let's see if I can get this working. I'm just going to, little by little, get this to look better. I probably should use an add-on, an extension, Prettier, to do this, but you can see there it's not loading, and I don't really want to figure out how to get it to work on this call because that is probably a video by itself. Setting up your system for productivity is something that you should do ahead of time, and I probably should do that ahead of time. So I apologize, but little by little we're getting there. I could take a shortcut and do something like this. Nope, nope, never mind. We're almost at the end anyways. So let's just, I thought we were almost at the end. I don't know how much code is in this thing. Really should get prettier. It would be one click if I had this set up ahead of time. So I apologize. But like I said, this is what life is really like in the real world. This is not a cooking show with the cake already baked in the oven for me, ready for me to take out. Okay. Oh my gosh, how much is there? It's a lot more than I thought. What is this code doing? It really didn't say. Hopefully we're near the end. I think we are. We're near the end. We're at the end. Okay. So maybe I can clean it up a little. And I have to do the HTML too. That was just the JavaScript. Let's copy this. This should be a lot easier, hopefully. Maybe not. Let's try to take a shortcut. Okay, slightly better. Data loaded. Okay. So it's some type of loading utility screen or something. And hopefully it's not too dependent on actual stuff in the org, because I don't have that org, right? I have my org, and I'm not going to have the fields and objects that this person has in theirs. So, okay, that is looking better at least. Something, there we go. Something's wrong there, but that's fixed. Okay, let's start fixing this. We got an error there, so I know what that error is, right? I have to import track. I see that I'm going to need load script. I don't remember how to do that off the top of my head, but import load script. I think it's load script from, and beats me. So let's remember how to do that. Here we go. Okay. And what load script does, it allows us to load. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have the script. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do a load script. I don't have the script. That's okay. We'll get to it. Let's figure out what this person is doing. And then we'll figure it out. Return. This should be outdented a little. Then well, what is going on here? That should be there. That should be there. That should be there. Yeah, this is where, okay, yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. So I always feel silly because I don't edit these videos, as you know, if you've been watching and liking and subscribing. You know I don't edit these. So I always feel silly when I start and I quickly realize, oh, wait, maybe I can't figure this out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just see, I'm going to try to deploy, see what errors we get, and figure out, oh, wow, it deployed. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay, so on connected callback, so this is going to run when the component is loaded on the screen. And it's going to do this load script of loading something called HTML to PDF, which it's got to be, I think they said it's a static resource, right? Here, fetch a list of static resources and store the data in variables and display it within my app via a template for each. Okay, I can actually create a static resource if I have to with some data, but let's see. This material data dot length, where did that come from? What? There was no material data in this code. What is going on? They obviously didn't provide all of their code, right? I didn't copy paste badly, right? You all saw that. It starts with @track stock levels, and obviously it's missing some stuff. So this fetch is getting a sheet. It sounds like it's a spreadsheet. Is my guess. If it's a JSON file. And then there's data in it. Okay. But there's like all sorts of stuff in here that, what? There's all sorts of variables that are not included. Okay, stock levels is up here. Okay. So material data is the issue. We don't have something called material data. And we can't fetch it, obviously, if we don't have it. But let's look at the question. The question is, data is loaded. There's a combo box that triggers the handle material change, which sets the data for the current selection. Okay, there's a combo box. Where's the combo box? This is the combo box. Ah, is an input field. What's the object? Well, this person did not provide enough code at all. Ugh, so frustrating. How can I answer a question with so little details? What to do? Do I stop or do I keep going? Well, I try to always keep going and not stop, not give up. Okay, data is loaded. There's a combo box that triggers, which sets the data. I added a button to print the variable to the console. It prints out the data as intended, but the template for level name still only shows test thing from the variables that is really set in the DOM. Okay, so the general issue is clicking a button, something changes, and it's not changing on the screen. That's the gist of it, right? Here's test thing. Okay, there, stock levels. Okay, let's get this onto a screen. Let's do that. Let's come back to my org and let's go to, actually, you know what? I've got an idea. Let's create a new tab. I'm figuring this out as we go along. So I hope you enjoy watching people suffer. Where I'm going to create a new tab. And I need to first expose this with a target. So let's look up what the targets are. I don't want it to be a record page. I want it to be a, here we go. So these determine where a Lightning Web component can go. And I want it to be a tab. I want to create a whole new tab. So we're going to come back to here and type in targets, target. Ooh. Okay, and let's fix the look of that. Stickler. And see if that saves, and it did. Now we can come here and refresh. Okay. I love how this is all Lightning, and then here we're all classic. And we're going to put DOM tester there, and I'm just going to call this LWC tester. And we will put a bank, sure. And let's get this onto the screen, because I think the issue can be refined down to like its core problem. And maybe we don't need all the missing code. Yay, okay, great. That is an error. So HTML to PDF. So we're not going to be able to load script. It's not going to happen. In fact, we're not going to be able to do any of this. Nope, none of this. Let's see if we can just get it to load. I'm going to go ahead and open up the Chrome console, Chrome Developer Console, and then I can right-click on the refresh button and hit the third option. There we go, data loaded, test thing. Okay, great. Let's come back to the question. I added a button to print the variable into the console. I don't see any button. Is that it? There's the button. Okay, and you can see there's the variable. I know it's small. I can probably zoom in. Look at that, it works. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's fix that button first, because I don't like the look of it. Here's the button. Oh, it does have a label. Let's make this a lightning button. Because we like to use LWC. Deploy that, and this one here. Let's close that other one. Right click, empty cache and hard reload. Clear that. There we go. That looks better. And you can see it is printing that there, which is coming from this here, right? Okay. So the question is, why are the stock levels not changing? And I see the answer. Okay. So the question is, why are the stock levels not changing when they're being set here? I think that's the question, right? It's not the stock levels that aren't changing. It is the word testing. The word testing is coming from, yeah, the stock level. Or is it this one here? Let's see what this lightning, why isn't that lightning input field showing up? Because we don't have an object called material. And there's not going to be one. I honestly, like, let's review the question. Okay. I added a button. It prints up the data as intended, but the template for level names still only shows test thing from the variables as it is set originally in the DOM. Okay. So again, the gist of this is it's saying testing. It should be saying something else. Let's see if we can replicate that situation in the code. If I can find the code, here we go. So stuff is happening in here, right? We can, it's so weird because I don't see, okay, handle material change. Okay, so we need to have a pick list, I think, to do this. Let's create a pick list. We'll do it. He didn't give us all of the code, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a combo box. So combo box, let's just do it this way, LWC combo box. So rather than using a field, and I don't want to create an object with a field and all that stuff, which we can do. I mean, I can do it. You think we should? Okay, we can do it. So let's, sorry for jumping around. Let's come back to here. Okay, so we have a field name material. We're going to have to put this onto a record. Let's come back here and make a target of a record page. That'll let us put it onto an actual record. What record do you want to put it on? And okay, account sounds good. Thanks for the answer. We're going to put this on accounts. So I'm going to come to accounts, object manager, account, create a new field. We're going to call it material. It's going to be a pick list. I'm going to just put in a couple values in there. Material. Oops, material. And let's call it plastic, glass, and metal. Let's do that. Next. Next. Sure, put it everywhere. Who cares? Okay. The other thing we need to do, you can't just put a lightning input field on the screen like that. So I'm so confused. So if we look at input fields here, it has to be in an edit form. That's why I'm so confused. I'm like, what is going on? There's like just so much code missing. And I apologize if I sound harsh. I'm just confused. So it's not your fault. Okay, let's do that and deploy this. And one more reload. I'm gonna get this a little better. There we go. Okay, now we have this drop down. Yay! Oh, look at that error. Okay, error. Okay, so something's happening in the code that's causing the error. Let's take a look. Right here. This is the method, the function that's being called. Const material equals event target value. And then, okay, so because we don't have any material data, right? We definitely don't have any material data. You can see there's none up here. Let's set this material data first. So this material data equals, and what do we need it to be? Something that has, it seems like it's an array, right? It's an array that has items in it, and ID, we're going to put glass, comma data, and I don't know what goes in data. We'll figure that out. There's an add-ons, so this is going to be an object. So there's an add-ons, and there's an edge options, and there's a stocked colors, which looks like it's more complex than that I have currently set it up to. There's a non-stocked colors, and there's a stocked levels. Stocked levels being this stuff up here. Okay, so we know what stocked levels looks like at least. Let's see if we can kind of mock up this situation, right? Even though we don't have the static resource or anything else that we need to get this to work, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to call this test2 thing2. And I'm just trying to make this a little more readable. There we go. Okay. Stocked colors. It looks like it's an array. I'm trying to think. And stocked levels is definitely an array. Okay. Let's just deploy it and try it out again, and then I'll fix it if needed. We can also comment out the parts that don't matter, right? That's an easier fix. Comment out the parts that don't matter. Focus on the actual problem. Still got an error. It's a pretty nasty error. Let's start commenting some stuff out. The other thing I want to do is I want to define material data as a variable at the top, and I'm going to put track on it, which means that we're going to keep track of it as things change. Did I do stock levels twice? Let's just take out the stuff we don't care. I also want to do a console.log here of material, make sure that we are getting what we expect. And then I want to do a console. Oh, I don't need to do that one. That one's already there. Okay. Oh, hold on. Deploy that. And so this is kind of what it's like when you're building stuff in debugging. It's a lot of deploy, jump to the other screen, test, deploy, jump to the other screen, test. When I'm not recording, I actually have multiple monitors, and so it's a lot easier not to jump back and forth as much. Well, that is not nice. Okay, we did see, look at that, plastic did show up. So do you see there it says plastic? What that means is if we jump back to the code, that log here is working. This one is not working. Okay, so what we're going to do is do a console log. Oh, what just happened? That was weird. Okay, I'm going to do a console.log of this material data first, and then we'll see what's in there. Maybe this is what's not working. What? It was plastic, right? Did I not set? Ah, I didn't set plastic. I did glass. Okay, let's do, right, so we had plastic, glass, and metal, right? And let's call this plastic stock 1, plastic stock 2, glass stock 1, glass stock 2, metal stock 1. I could have done this better, obviously. Metal stock 2, and deploy. Okay, all this just to hopefully avoid an error. Right click, empty. Okie dokie. No error? No error. That's awesome. Okay, so exciting. Now notice this did not change, which was the question that was asked. Why is this not changing? Because when I click this, that didn't change either. Well, I thought the question was saying that the button prints as intended. So, huh. That's interesting. The button, which is the button? The button is this stock levels. This stock levels is set here. Oh, wait a minute. I need to okay. Oh, wait. This stock levels is equal to the current material data stocked colors. What? That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Sure, if that's the way you want it to be. So stocked colors dot map. Okay, so I think this actually needs to go here. This needs to go here. This goes away. And this goes away. Let's try that out. Okay, did that? Let's try it out. I may need to look up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take stock levels. Wait a minute, it didn't refresh. Maybe I'm moving too fast that it didn't refresh. Let's try one more time. No, it's still. Oh, did I not change it on all of them? Should I change it on? Aha, I didn't change it on all of them. Let's jump back. No, I did. Oh, I didn't change it on this one. Okay. Okay, stock colors, stock colors, stock colors. Yeah, deploy. Oh, look at that. It's not going to work. I need a glass. Okay, let's try that one more time. I think we're getting closer. I definitely think we are. Okay, so plastic, no error. Glass, no error. Metal, no error. Ironically, it's working. Did you see that? It's working. Okay, what's the difference between my code and the code that was provided? This might be it. Let's comment that out as if I had never done that. I did that without even thinking because it was the way I normally would do it. I've been doing this a long time though, so sometimes I do things out of habit, and it's the right thing. I have good habits. No, that worked too. Well, it's working for me. Look at that. Okay, so why would it not be working for this person? Why would it not be working? What is the difference? Well, I'm not using load script, which does run asynchronously. So that could be it. Yes, maybe that's it. A combination. It's a combination of things. Okay. So the fact that there was no track material data and this is running asynchronously, I think might be the issue. I think. If not, okay, so let's see if we can replicate this. I'm going to need to create a static resource that has this data in it. Actually, I don't. I just need to have a static resource, and I might have one. I might not, though. But I just need a static resource, and I can put anything in that static resource, really. I'll load it, and then within the then of the loading, I will set my data, right? That's easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, though, is create a new file. We're going to make a text file, and we're going to just put this stuff in here. And get rid of that, and this is going to be my JSON. And we are going to save this. Where am I going to save it? I'm going to save it somewhere not in this. There we go. Let's call this the sample data.json, which I think he actually had another name. I'll just hit OK. I can always rename it. Oh, look at that. A lot of errors because it is expecting it to be valid JSON, not invalid JSON. Let's, there are tools that'll do this. JavaScript to JSON. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, friendly tool that I have no affiliation with. And save that. That looks good. Let's go ahead and now I'm going to upload this into my org. So I'll go to static resources. And what was the name of it? Maybe I should figure out what the name was. Sorry for all the clicking. The name was HTML to PDF loaded. What a weird name. But sample data makes way more sense in my opinion. But of course, this is a sample for me. It wouldn't be a sample for the person who asked the question. So let me go ahead and choose this file. I know you can't see right now what I'm choosing from. I'm just choosing from the folder where we just saved it, if I can find it. Q&A. Q&A. Well, I know it exists somewhere. It doesn't exist somewhere. This is a cloud-based IDE, not local. So I need to download it. Nope, wrong file. Let's download it from the right place. There we go, download. Okay, and now I'm downloading it to my local computer, so I can come back here, choose file, and hopefully find it on my local computer. Sample data.json. There we go. And I'm gonna HTML to PDF loaded. I'm gonna call it sample data. I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay. Save. Whew. Okay. Now that I've done that, I can come back to my code, and I need to remember how to do this. Let's look for it one more time. Here it is, resource loader. So I have to reference the static resource like this. And here I can call it HTML to PDF, but here I'm going to call it sample data. Okay, and now let's do that. Let's do that. And let's deploy that. Let's just see, is it loading this static resource? That's all I'm doing. Is it loading without an error? I didn't see any errors. Okay, awesome. Now, I think, this is such a weird jump. think I can read. Yeah, see, there's stuff going on here that there is a way to do this where you're reading a static resource. You actually don't need load scripts to do it, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is let's just simulate it. I don't need to solve the actual problem. I just need to figure out, I don't need to solve the code. I just need to explain why it wasn't working. So within the then, which is asynchronous, I'm now setting this material data. Okay, essentially that's what was going on before. Let's see now what happens. Nope, it still works. Somehow it works for me and it doesn't work for the person who posted this. Isn't that weird? Well, look at that. They're doing even more asynchronous work here. They're doing a fetch. Man, I can do it. Okay, so load JSON static resource LWC. I don't need it from a zip, but we can try that. Yeah, so this is like a fetch here. Yeah, here we go. So HTML to PDF. Let's try this. And this is, you can see this is very similar. In fact, I'm just gonna take this away and start uncommenting some of his code. Like that. Material. Oh, well, look at that. There was a typo. Well, maybe that was the issue. There was a typo. Material data dot data equals data. And then what's the point of the? Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what this looks like now. If it works. Oh, got an error. Although, look at that, we actually did get the fetch data. The error is happening after the fetch data. So here's fetch data. Let's take a look to see. Fetch data is right there. There is no material data doesn't exist. Oh, there's no I. Yeah. Let's just do that. And I'm going to go ahead and do this and do this as well. Okay, so now at this point, and I'm going to take this away. Again, I didn't get all the code. I don't know what's going on here, but I've tried to replicate it as close as possible to the real thing. Refresh again, clear this out. I think I have no errors. Oh, look at that. This material data is not iterable. Yeah, so that means I'm trying to loop through it. And I don't know where I am trying to loop through it. Let's see if we can figure it out. Here. Is that it? Fetch data is definitely iterable because it is an array. Here's this material data. Let's do that. Try it one more time. Maybe I just did it too quickly. It's also an issue. Okay, so we're going to come back here, refresh. Okay, no error so far. It's working. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see that? Plastic is not saying plastic. Is that my mistake? Is that what I'm going to do is open up the cloud. Nope, wrong cloud. Org browser. And I'm going to pull in that static resource. Right here. And now I can see glass is glass, plastic is, my mistake. Plastic is plastic. Now what's really cool is I can right click on this and actually deploy this back right here for VS Code. I don't have to go back to setup and do the upload, so that's cool. I like that feature. It's working for me. Plastic, glass, pedal. It's working for me. I can't say why it's not working for the person who asked the question. What did I do differently? I took this away, even so that's not it. I have the fetch. I ended up doing the fetch. It is asynchronous. I commented out this stuff down here. So that's something that I did. It's possible maybe there's a bug. I don't know what the data looks like. Maybe one of these things is not working. And so the screen's not re-rendering because of that. That's possible. It's also possible that I didn't get all the code. And so that could be it too. So the solution was to have me write the code, I think. That doesn't sound right, but I think that's what did it. I don't know. Maybe that's the solution, is to have fresh eyes take a look at it. That's what I would say. Because often when you're working on something and it's not working and you keep trying and keep trying and it's still not working, you need to walk away and come back or get a friend to take a look. And that's all it's going to be. It's something simple. It's something silly. It could have been the fact that there was that typo that I found where it said, instead of this, it said, misspelled this. It could be something as small as that. So that's what I would recommend. And that's all. So once again, thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed watching me struggle. One more friendly reminder, please like and subscribe so I can do more of these videos. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.